Britain's former Prime Minister Tony Blair has found himself in the media firing line. A leaked memo appears to show that he signed up for the 2003 Iraq war a year before the actual invasion. One UK newspaper has labelled him an Iraq war cheerleader after the revelations. The document was written by then US Secretary of State Colin Powell to his President George W. Bush back in 2002. At the time, Blair was making speeches about finding a diplomatic solution to the crisis. A British public inquiry into the Iraq war has been dragging on for the past 6 years. £10 million later, and there's still no release date in sight. But during one hearing, Blair was questioned on whether he gave President Bush early assurances that UK troops would join the combat mission.
Do you think you gave him any commitments?
The only commitment I gave, and I gave this very openly at the meeting, was a commitment to deal with Saddam.
Well, the 2002 memo also praises Blair's impressive PR skills. It states that he would be able to make a credible public case on Iraq's threats to international peace. Political writer and journalist Dan Glazebrook says the US and UK made up their minds on the invasion long before the evidence was presented to justify it.
Bush, with the kind of plan for an invasion, but not much real knowledge of how you're supposed to kind of justify that in legal terms and so on. And Tony Blair kind of running along, saying he's got all these ideas of how he can basically sell it to people and try and get some kind of legal veneer for the whole operation. So that's really the kind of image I think that becomes ever more clear from the Powell memo. There was no way they actually believed their own lies about weapons of mass destruction. That's becoming clearer and clearer, that before they'd even seen the kind of evidence that they span out of all proportion and all reality to its real significance, before they'd seen that, they were well committed to waging this war of aggression, that the world is still suffering from the repercussions and the region is massively still suffering from the repercussions.